As a person of faith, I am called to speak out on behalf of poor and hungry people through our lobbying work. And I think that part of my work is helping to speak for those who have no voice. And so as a person of faith, it helps me be braver and ask tougher questions of members of Congress and push harder with members of Congress and their staff on topics that they might not want to really wrestle with. But because we are doing this from Bread for the World, which is a faith-based organization, and we're doing it on behalf of poor and hungry people, I think this helps us in conveying the message that we need to convey about topics that really will benefit poor and hungry people. A handwritten letter is critical in many ways. Number one, it means when the congressional office receives the letter that someone has taken the time to really sort through and wrestle with the issues, and they've many times have come up with their own personal story about why this is important to them. But the real thing that matters for me as the Director of Government Relations is that there is a system in place in Congress that every letter that comes in is logged in, it's assigned to a staff person, and the member of Congress is in most cases, they're required to send a response back. So what we end up seeing then is that there are a lot of letters that go in, and we know what that member of Congress is thinking about, but they also have heard from constituents in their own district or in their own state about why this matters to them. Part of the reason that we're working on changing tax policy is that we cannot solve poverty issues or hunger issues just with nutrition programs alone. At the end of the day, food stamps will only cover so much, and you can't use them to pay for rent. You can't use them to pay for transportation or a bus ticket to get to your job. So what we're trying to say is, or what we're going to be working on, what we will be working on this year is to expand the Earned Income Tax Credit and the Child Tax Credit so that working families have additional dollars in their pocket at the end of the day so that they can use their money more wisely and take the food credits or whatever credits they're getting for food and use those for food, but additionally they are able to pay the rent or pay the heating bill or to pay for transportation to get to their jobs. The bottom line is what we're trying to do is help people have more money in their pocket, and through the tax policy discussions next year, that's going to take over Congress as part of 2010, what we want to make sure is that poor people's voices are not lost in the debate.